Good afternoon, y'all. Oh my gosh, I look like a boy. Terry and the dogs and I had a very nice time today. We had our chicken noodle soup, woo, very soft rolls, and some pudding Cool Whip parfait, maybe you would call it that. But anyway, I was just sitting in my recliner with Miss Hazel, and my friend John texted me and asked me if I wanted to go see a movie. Well, I haven't been to see a movie in a really long time, y'all. So, of course, I said, okay. He asked me if I wanted to see Escape, and I said, sure. I didn't know what it was about. I think it's kind of an odd choice for John. Escape is about some lady with a couple of kids, and she's not liking her life very much. So she buys, I think it said, a one-way ticket to Paris. And then she finds out that running away from her life is not as easy as she thought. So y'all, I have no idea what to expect from this movie, but it is, like I said, kind of an odd choice, I think, for John, unless he did a little more, you know, research on the movie, or maybe he thought that would be... I'm really tired, y'all. It's after 4 o'clock, and I really don't like to get out this late. It's gonna be probably dark when the movie's over, and I don't usually drive after dark unless I really have to. I mean, it's pretty easy on the freeway. We're going to the San Marcos Theater, which is, I really like that theater. But anyway, that's what we're doing. And it's cool enough that Hazel can stay in the car. And this is her coat. And it's fleece lined. So I'll put her coat on her before I go into the movies. Now, if it's chilly out and I cover her up with her blankie, which she also has, she's usually good. She'll stay right underneath that blanket and stay cuddled up. But I just want to make sure. I can't stand to think about my baby being cold. In fact, you know, my cot is not very far off the floor, and so her bed is right down next to me on my right-hand side. So every time I wake up, I reach down there and pet her and make sure she's covered. And if she's not covered, I cover her up. I don't know, y'all. Some people would just say, well, good grief, she's a dog. Well, I know she's a dog, but she only weighs about 6 pounds. And I don't run the heat at night. It gets cold. And that sun is so bright. Y'all, this is not the best time of day for me. This is usually when really I'm getting settled in. I cleaned my kitchen up really good. I wanted to tell y'all that I looked at the grates on my stove. They're on there correctly. They are. I checked them out really good. Go ahead, sweetie. So I don't know what y'all were thinking, but that's the way they go on that particular stove. And I looked up some replacement ones. Oh my word. And the other thing is, y'all, some people, not very many, but I must have made that video in such a way that made you think that I really detested that stove and I wanted to get a new one or a different one. I don't like how heavy those grates are, y'all, but it's a fine stove. There's nothing wrong with that stove. Well, a couple of the grates are kind of broken. And one of y'all had sent me, and I think it was with some other stuff too, I can't remember, but you had sent me some magnets you made, and one of them was pretty good size. So I had some magnets that were really strong, and I glued one of those on to your magnet, and now it looks pretty as a dent cover. So thank you, sweetie. Now I only have 4 on my three on my refrigerator. 3. But anyway, y'all, I am just so thankful. I am so thankful for my life, and I'm thankful for y'all. I truly am. I had a really long talk last night on the phone with my friend Lorette. She is such a sweetheart, and she is doing renovation at her house, and it's kind of a worse nightmare than mine was. But she's an awesome lady, and I'm not a phone person, but occasionally you just have to kind of talk on the phone. Texting doesn't always get it. So y'all, that's it for this crazy little video. And Hazel is so happy. She's curled up down here in her bed. She loves to go. So, do something fun today. Having lunch with Terry and Mariah was definitely fun. And going to see the movie with John is going to be fun as well. Love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye now.